God, it's so warm today. Holy shit. Oh, so warm. Hello, X-Links. Hello, Patrick and Quack. I was just now busy with refactoring code. Make more or else. Don't worry, I will make more. They are very well paying right now. I have good financial incentive because of sponsors. Without sponsors, I'd be making like 3 videos a year. Your name is weird? It is. Patrick Quack. We're loading the level. Any OST wishes today? We'll reload the level. Dying Light OST? Let's do go. See if that's any good. Wait, what? That looks like a weird game. Is that a game? Oh well. Nice. Yeah, you should mod Mario. It is fun. Undefined reference to castle around circle. What the hell did I do? Uh-oh. What just happened? Maybe I just need to wait a little bit longer before hitting compile. Hello, Void Pilot. Hello, Asco. What is this? This looks like either a crazy bug or a compile bug. It's what? Chicken butt. I've been burned too many times by this. I'm not falling for it. I'll just fuck you, not even a chicken butt. Nah, I think I exported right, I just exported too soon. There's still a bug with the seagulls, with them like being able to spawn on the end spine. Shouldn't be too hard to fix. So today we're working on these guys here. You're gonna be sneaking around, and then if you go too close to them, they will do that and shoot you upwards. Sneaking around. It should be like stop, then go to Mario, and then if Mario attack. Hello, lit ads. That was indeed weird. I think it's because I hit compile too early, and I hit make clean. That would have fixed itself. At this point, I feel like I should make this like a separate function. I will. It gives me an idea. What if there's a style where to control the ship and shoot the cannons for a star? No. What the hell? That's changing the entire level. You are X-Links, but it's slow as hell and you need to gen to do... actually no. You can do it, but it's slow. Ooh, pink it me. So get you jacked as fuck. Ah! I am pretty musket. Oh my god. look a lot more muscular than usual from this angle. Oh my god, my back. I never see my back. I didn't know my back looked like that. It's crazy. In Germany, we call this type of music indifferent culture music. Fun fact. When do you call it that? There is a really funny phone call where, how's it called? The one seller. And they called it that in that music video. Not music video, in that phone call. And it is most hilarious. Okay, thinking about it. What I just programmed is not even what I need here. I actually don't see a completely difference. In this case, if you can imagine it, you can program it or something like that. I probably said that before, but that is something I say in response to a lot of people asking, is it possible to do X? Because most things that you can think of are possible to program. Hydration check. Did someone redeem it? I can drink some water. Hello, Palarus. Yes, I'm doing a go-to loop. Fuck you. We wanted to decline. Like so. Like that. Do you ever work on programming projects unrelated to gaming? Very rarely. But we put a point f after numbers because it's a floating point number. That means it's represented as a floating point value and not as an int. The compiler probably doesn't care in these cases, but I still do it out of habit. I start by looking in, don't worry, I have no idea what's happening in SQL 2. They swore my German brother big lifts. Dude, as soon as they put on a tank top, people all come in here being like, oh my god, case is so small. You couldn't tell before? It's actually crazy. Any new optimizations? Well, I did upload a video on BVH just yesterday. Turn it off? I don't know, maybe that works. I have never ate chocolate chicken. I have tried chocolate tuna before, and it was disgusting. And that's actually chocolate tuna. I know before you're just about to fall off the icy. At this point, honestly, I think I'm done getting stronger. I think my goal now is to just get as lean as possible while maintaining a 315-pound bench press. Because as soon as you hit the 315, like the 405, the 405 would be amazing, right? But I am fairly certain that to hit a 405, I either need to get really fucking fat, I need to be like 130 kilograms, or I need to do roids. I don't think it is possible for me to hit a 405 in a healthy manner. So I'm just like, I have accepted I'm a 315 guy. Uni didn't help with coding. What's a new gen? First you update videos and read about your knowledge of how it works. I'm glad you like them. There's so many more I can make. I was actually thinking, once I am done with my entire engine rewrite, every single thing, and the game is basically ready to release, I was thinking I could do a 12-part series about every single optimization I did. I actually have the parts written out. They would be hardware configuration and intro, compiler settings and ABI, matrix building, collision, engine math, sound, assets, actor handling, game tick, operating system, Mario, and then miscellaneous. What do you think? Does it sound good? Hello, Proc G. If I didn't say it yet. It's literally on this channel you're watching right now. Just don't enumerate the videos. See, okay, I have an evil plan. My plan is to do 12 parts, each with a sponsor, and then a month afterwards, I take out all the sponsors and make one big, like, 2-hour long video. And it's just going to be like a 2-hour masterclass of how to optimize the video game. Going to be 2 players? There is a good chance. I don't want to 100% confirm it though until I have verified it's all technically possible. Without insane lag or anything like that. With 2 players, I'll probably have to kill the graphic thread though and just make it always 30 FPS. See, I want him to do swoop, swoop, swoop. Since starts at not 0, so that's not what I want. Since on time is multiplies x 1 0 0 656.f divided by the initial O opacity, which we are going to store somewhere. How about in O health? How does this work out? Hello, Selton. The incident on Saturday, that was fucking funny. Do you think he's gonna come back today? He was extremely persistent, like I wouldn't be surprised if he came back. I don't even say room that much, like I barely ever say it. There was one guy that really wanted a free face boss fight with the giant Bowser and the clown car and Mario Party 8 and Mario 64. This obviously looks completely horrible. You know why? And this actually should be scenes. I don't know why it got those. When I said the analog video will come out this time, that H-Tech milk. Wait, you said the analog. I actually believed that it will come out this time. Is it not going to come out this time? I don't know how much I can say, but yesterday I was talking to someone developing on the analog 3D, and they showed me some really cool features. So I was like sure it's actually a live project. Okay, I like the spoopy blobs, actually. Q4 2025? Okay, that's... Q4 started today. It could come out today. Hello, Grognosh. Right now, no, but maybe in the future. Now that the BVH is done, I kind of want to take a look at doing AI Mario again. Which AI Mario would be a Mario AI trained in Mario 64 that learns to play Mario 64. Okay. One of the ghosts just left the map. That's what that crash screen meant. Then an incumbent line interface to replace traditional controller-based controls? No. You listen to the arrow screen? Just open your eyes. Okay, they can still leave the map, which is a problem. We need to protect against that. We're just gonna protect against it like this. Also, they're mirrored. Did you see that? What is an instant static mesh? I mean, I know what instance is, and I know what a static mesh is. Explain what an instant static mesh is, so I can give you an answer. Like, the technical parts of that, not just the name. Oof. Oh, I can actually just do this. Is that the boobla? It is the boobla. We're working on one. I had to unfortunately remove the texture from him. He's now just using vertex colors. The texture was way too chunky after I scaled it down. So it's this now. It's vertex colors with like individual chunks of texture. I can show you. It looks like this. This is the texture now. Q4 starts in October. Fair point, actually. I made the off by one error that computers make. I guess this is proof I am not human. You're doing the same mission in all places with a single draw call. What is a draw call? Yeah, okay, I don't know what a draw call is, so... I mean, under draw call, I understood like loading things into the shader pipeline thing, which I guess we have an equivalent of that, which is, you know, loading the texture and setting up the render state. And of course we can do that. We can just not set up the texture and render state again and, you know, just put the next mesh data behind it. Right? But wouldn't literally everything support that? That doesn't sound like a hardware feature. That sounds like a software feature. Oh, I'm sure we can add Amiibo compatibility to this. We just need the peripheral for it. Okay, but you're describing the functionality of it. I'm asking for the technical implementation of that so I can give the guy an answer. Yeah, multi-measure using the same LS texture. Now you make it sound a lot like exactly what I described with setting up the render state. Which we do have on the N64. I forgot to do this thing. It should never be less than 100. And actually, this should be turned around. Why is no one explaining to me what a draw call is? Does just not anyone know? Is it one of those tag words people like to throw around because other people have heard it thrown around and we infer meaning through the way people throw the word around? No, you needed help with coding, Ishita. I also studied mathematics in university, not programming. What's the common amount on GPUs when actually percentage GPU to begin drawing and bound mesh? What for a second? Oh, what is he doing now? Oh, I see. And same as when you bind the mesh in Jada once, but draw the mesh with mobile earworms, transform with the same call. Oh, you have to actually like bind the mesh in the graphic card? Okay, I see. I didn't know that. Syntaxes and uniform transform before. Origin 6 mesh are much more optimistic. Okay, that's still just a property of it. Let's explain what it is. But Kaki Devs is a good one. Strings when you bind the mesh in one, draw a mesh with more uniforms with the same call. Okay. And I'm guessing rebinding a mesh is expensive. That makes a lot more sense now. So I'm guessing changing the uniform is cheap, but changing the mesh or the shader is not cheap. Record account to the OS in order for the director to copy stuff to the GPU. Yeah, that would make sense. This one doesn't quite work the way I want. Why? We go left and then we go right. This actually should be a full one, but also it should take into account the initial facing thing. You're saying in general, console all gets cute, so this goes along. So it changes from to review, which takes time. So what do you think I'm doing? What I changes as possible? Yeah, well, I mean, the same as N64, right? So yeah, what I keep saying is like the closest. Like, there's no draw call, but there is a very close analog, which is, you know, changing textures and render state in general. Okay, now they change looking around too little. I want them to be like, you know, very suspicious. I also don't like how much of their body is visible sometimes. That is definitely a problem. I might have to actually make a separate blob mesh here. Of course. Mid here. They're maybe a little too fast on the acceleration. It looks a little weird. So we're going to have the GPU act like a DMA, so it can be delayed from a all that CPU. I mean, that's what the N64 does, but it doesn't really make a difference. Oh, well, actually it does make a big difference, but like, yeah, then you already have that. I mean, surely that's how it works everywhere, right? Like, the CPU just writes a list of comments that load things from the RAM, and then the GPU just executes it. I don't know, I find when you look at how the N64 does it, and then you look at how modern hardware does it, it's just like, oh, it's doing it the same way, just slightly more advanced. Like, the N64 is actually just the building block for all modern 3D rendering. Feels like. Anyway, not happy with how he looks in motion here, because this is a problem. So I'm going to make a separate model that is just a blob. Name root, so it makes sense. I still think it's kind of interesting to see that, like, with how much has changed, it's still mostly the same. Don't you think? Like, everything's different, but it's still very similar. Don't you think that's interesting? I'm not using X2, I'm using X3. It's microcode Sauron has been working on. Actually, this is exciting. After the stream, I have a call planned for Sauron where we talk about some of the feature ideas for X3. We might get a few more performance improvements. Yeah, I think this is gonna look a lot blobbier. How much of this dumb actually made for me? Oh, don't worry, this is just... He has two forms. He is in a blob like this, and then he pops up and turns into the mesh you made, Graham. So, don't worry. It's just that... What? I don't know if you know what Boobla does. Let me show you the enemy, and you'll understand. Yeah, you can even see it on this enemy. He has like a blob form and one form like this. So I'm making the blob form here. So it's not like I'm throwing your work away, it's just that I need two forms. Oh my god, he's here! He still wants to see that boss fight. If you don't see the connection, it's Anderson, but I will... Oh my god. I need to compromise with you? Why? Why? Like... Why are you my boss right now? Yes, Graham, that's the idea. Gonna be the blob, and then the blob goes like underground, and up comes the big guy. I need different music, man. It's thinking me off the song. In the end, hold on, Morris, you can accept boss battles already. Case, can you case, One AC. That's 428? We're gonna listen to 428? Let's listen to 428. You say yes, I will stop asking, just try it. What do you mean? It would take me like multiple hours. I'm not just trying it. I don't want to listen to this. I want a different OST. I'm sorry. I don't like this sound. I think it's like 10 bits Kakidev. I'm not sure I want to listen to an album because copyright stuff. drop looks good. Why did they all stop moving though? HOMM3? Let's do that.
Hola Kaze, can you add the Hotel Mario Secret Boss Battle directly? Look it up on YouTube, it's real Teresa Secret Boss Battle.
Blah 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 blah. I'm not listening to it. Blah 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 blah.
I am not yapping, motherfucker.
Bro is yapping. Didn't order a yappuccino. Tell us, what did I change that made it, like, bad? What happened? Does anyone know if you get sub 135? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. I actually do not need a separate function for this. Should I get it? Wait. Where is this function? Check animation done. That's a terrible name. Hello, Blarget. Did
Tigers
someone
are
order a
notorious for raiding
cappuccino?
nests to eat eggs. In Super Mario 64, one of Mario's main missions is to recover eggs. Yoshi's eggs are a recurring element in the series.
Pure.
You could think of Tigers as the real-world villains who would be stealing
What does the
these
pure
eggs
macro
from
do?
Mario's
It
world.
marks a function as pure. A function marked as pure is a function that does not modify memory. So the compiler can know that memory values it read before the function ran are still up to date. I'm 40 years old, yes. Bleh. What the fuck? Bleh. What? Bleh. What happened here? They have jumpscare noises? They will have a noise, but I don't know what a jumpscare noise is. Oh, because I didn't actually set the animation, that's why. I changed the wrong action state. Let's see, what frame is this? Oh, on 20. 20 is good. Can you tell me if it's enough jumpscare noise? I don't know. I don't know what that sounds like. It probably sounds extremely cringe and I don't want to use it. I'm 19. What do you mean? Okay, that's something. Definitely some things that we still need to clean up on. Let's figure out why they're not walking. This is why. Wait, no. Huh? Why would they not be walking? Move? Yes. It was moving earlier. I just changed the thing and now it's not moving anymore. I'm assuming it's this part here. Nope, they're still not moving. What the hell? Well, actually, I guess we don't need this. Let's get rid of the expensive need. Do it like this. They're not like the dust pan flipping enemies, yeah. The idea will be to use them to get up here, and then to use them to get to the star. They need to flip you high enough to actually deal damage to you, though. Which is going to be a fair bit higher in this game, because fall damage works differently. I know why. Oops. That was a silly mistake. I know I can do it. I don't think I want to do it. That's the problem. There we go. Have a little move. Look left and right. And then move somewhere else. Next we're gonna also have them look at Mario after they move. Also they kinda go past the goal and then slow down. I really don't like that. I think I should get rid of the animation frame here. This part too. And then back out. Okay, perfect. We do that. And then we do this. And this. So now they properly animate out. We have to set the drag offset to 0. When the animation is finished, we need to set the breath offset to -40 again. Oh, well, not minus, but -12. Should be fine. And then action equals 0. Everywhere else.
I want you do what Superstar Mario wants you, heartless, monster of a dinosaur man. You should be ashamed. You are grounded for 234923223023923923.
Dude, Kaki, you're too young for the grounded memes. I remember this from like 2016 with the Caillou Go Animate bullshit. You must have been like 7. Actually, maybe you're just the right age for that. Never mind, I take it back. You're just the right age for the Caillou memes. I forgot to re-export the animation, clearly. Oops. But that looks mostly solid. Let's do some scale bopping to their animation here. Let's go with that 1F somewhere. No, that's a bad 1F. Okay. Why ever that would be a float. Something that affected how much games more games was having it or something. You got upset I was calling him lazy. Yep, that happened last stream. He wanted me to implement this extremely specific boss fight, and I said no, and he just keeps asking for it. Making pancakes, you want some? No, I'm not a pancake fan. Oh fuck. I got rid of header. It's gonna save so much time. Is it Omega Bro? What's so bad about not liking pancakes, okay? They're dry, they're flavorless, and they're bad for you. Superstar blocked you because you told him to chill? Dang. It's hard to see the little bob I added to him because of the lighting bug in this emulator. Why does C70 feel like such a random number? You know what? F20. I keep using C70 as a random number. It's just not random enough. Okay, now they should for the first time look okay. Oh, I love the bobbing. There's still like the jump there that I really hate. And they shoot Mario too late. Is that a threat you will keep asking until I do so? That's your strategy? I need to set the first bit. That's what I'm doing wrong. And I'm also sure there was something else I needed to do whenever I do this that I forgot about. Did this?
You are going to have a bad moment later. Signed, Jesus.
Oh no. I guess I don't need this. This is Banhammer. Yeah, but I'm on Restream. I don't think I can ban anyone right now. I'm just hoping they leave. You know what, actually? That's engagement. You know what? I need engagement. It gets us more views. Think about it like that. Oh, that's nice. There's still this one weird frame. Do you see that? Am I crazy? What is going on with this one weird frame? Oh, that's why. Would you mind wildly derailing the round trip with my dear friend is doing the final boss in the game? Oh, sorry, I wasn't asking. Well, thank you for the engagement. See, you're actually giving me financial incentive not to do it. Because you typing so much makes YouTube think, wow, this is a banger stream. People fucking love being here. Think about that. To be a kid again. You know what? I think we should do... Never mind. Perfect help idea. This is perfect already. What the fuck am I talking about? True. If only the NVIDIA drivers could install the appropriate Linux headers, my game would be perfect. Ace in shambles. Implicit conversation from float to double? No. No, thank you. True. Do it, please, 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 please do it, please, Casey, can you do it? Why all the pleases again? Do you actually think, like, pleases do anything? Do you think when you ask your mom for something, like, I bet 15 more pleases will wear her down and buy me that new Lego set? I thought this even as a little child. I was like, why are these other children saying please so much? What do they expect to get out of it? In the first place, citizens are diminishing true. The question is, are they convergent or divergent, you know? Why are you lazy? Now that's a loaded question. This is a rhetorical fallacy. See, you are putting the conclusion before the question. The Obama video only a fun question. What is the question? Is it about sign distant fields? The answer is I have no fucking idea. I don't know what that is. I haven't read the paper. I just know the texture looks great. I give the reds and go around the cylinder split instead of smoothing those normals. The original is smooth. No, the original is flat shaped. It's on purpose, right? It's supposed to look like a hexagonal nut. Right? That's why I did it. I mean, the Mario 64 definitely, they are not smooth. They look smooth here, but not here. What the fuck? No, they're not smooth. Although I do see the argument to make it smooth, because in the other artwork it is smooth. But also I think it looks a lot better not being smooth. Yeah, looking at modern artwork of them, you would think the top was supposed to be round. There is a little bit of like, it looks better flat shaded, but also like, had I smooth shaded it, people would have been like, yeah, but you smooth shaded them. You compromised on graphic quality, like obviously yours would run better. And I kinda don't want that either. What is he doing? How can you convince me to do it? Money. Pay me money. Holy shit, I got comboed. They're definitely bugging out right now, but I'm not sure why. It's like as soon as Mario's nearby, they just lose their will to live. Wait, what's this about? Some poly smooth and some flat shit. Really? That sounds awful. The other, I'll be honest, right? I made that up after the fact. Honestly, I gave Bio back the bob-omb, and he's just like, I made it look better. And then it's like, okay, well, I need to make the video now. And then it's like, yeah, this is what we're targeting. But really, we did. Really, it's just like my justification in post. Literally gambling. Thank you for the 6 bits. Literally gambling. You try making him out with half a sphere, and that's nope, I did not, because his arms are connected, so that wouldn't work. Hydration check. Oh, let's hydrate. No water. What does it do to the ledge? Nah. Something about action state 2 makes them lose their will to live. Oh, oops, I forgot comment. You will pay me more to not do it? They're like not turning at all. Do you see that? They just stopped turning. When you got in. That's why. How much? Free-face boss fight? With all that? I'm expecting that's probably around 25 hours of work. I charged like $60 an hour maybe. So you'll have to pay me $1,500. Actually, that's not even that bad. You can make the news around at the top. Yeah, that was weird how I missed Mario. That looks dumb. He obviously shouldn't be missing Mario like that. Oh, I know why. Duh. I don't like this. That's a bad way of doing that. We need to use this. So this actually respects the direction. Actually, let's not just prove that. I don't like having to extend this. Let's make another page, put it in there. There we go. He's rolling. Maybe. I don't know. I'll let you guys talk to him. Who pinged at me? Kaki Def? What is this?
Look at these comments. You mean Bum-Um? Bum-Um is a specific Bum-Um he is in Paper Mario. I'm getting comments like this, and I'm getting like 50,000 comments that are like, who calls them Bum-Um? I've never seen anyone do that. And then there's guys out here like this, claiming Bum-Um is the right way to do it. I can't believe it.
That's such a good idea. That honestly, that would be a banger short. Maybe a little less offensive. Maybe a bit more in-depth. I should make YouTube shorts again. They were so funny to have. Yeah, just making sure that it's actually exported. Items are scammed just by the... Wouldn't you get... No, actually no, you wouldn't get radioactive poisoning. You can just get the protons yourself, right? Isn't that just... Doesn't that happen if you do something special about that? Surely you can get protons. Yeah, you don't even need to get the atoms, man. You can just get the protons yourself. Dude, that looks so shit. Why does this happen?
I asked my in-development genius AI chatbot for a Mario game idea and it responded the fuck like, how do you think me can tea?
I have no idea what you just said. We're saying about Bob-Omb and Bob-Omb? I've heard bomb so many times. This is the thing. There's many things like this where you do not notice a thing until someone points it out to you. And I am 100% convinced that bomb is a similar situation here. Hello, Samble. Or lightning. I think you even said lightning instead of lighting in the bomb video. There's a good chance I did. For me, the difference between lightning and lighting for a long time was not quite clear. But obviously now I know. You always had the correct way of bomb-om? It's not bomb-om, it's bob-om. He says texture, Hey! I cannot tell you anything about the work I do at Gears. I cannot even tell you whether we are working on a hit 2 or not. I can't even give you a hint. Nothing at all. So I hit 1 and you complete right over. That's supposed to most other things in similar. Oh, that's not a safe assumption to make. I would just read over that. I'm not one to get flustered. I'm sure I picked up on the implication, but just ignored it. Bro, why does he not move? What if we set this? Just see what happens. Oh yeah, I also got a new chair today. A gaming chair, I think. I gotta still check out how it works. I haven't put it together yet, but maybe we will have ergonomics soon. Okay, so that works. That's a problem because it means the vec-free have approached smoothly function is not working. And there was even a comment on the function that says, I don't know what's wrong here. So clearly something here is not working. And looking at this looks fine to me. Unless this vector here is always 0. Why would this be a thing? Surely this is the intention. Weird code. Oh well. Hello, Squishy Stash. Don't worry, this is just an avatar. I am a Yoshi in real life. Hello, Kefachten. You know what? Let's try to capture that one frame that looks wrong on the blue blood. Maybe if we actually have a still frame of it, that can help us identify what's wrong. So it doesn't happen at 30 FPS, it only happens at 60. So it is a problem with the interpolation codes. Okay. First bit should be 0, that's the issue. And you can't pay? Well, what do you want me to do? We're at an impasse. You want something, but you don't have the resources to get it out of me. Press Alt Q to enable the NVIDIA experience. Thank you for the tip. Who are you, the fucking Skyrim loading screen? So let's not have Mario get abducted while he is in the damaged state. Honestly, I think we might have to move less here. Where's the Bulov? Fun fact, if you did this in a Mario 64 engine, you would not be able to hear both sound effects. Because it sucks. Thinking about making a video about the Mario 64 sound engine. Because it can actually do some cool stuff. Did you know the Mario 64 sound engine can play Tetris? Not quite, but almost. Like something else? Bro, I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. Calm down. I regret saying that, but that is what you're making it sound. I blame Kakidef, he said illegal. Sounds like you need to start mowing some lawns, kid. Start getting that bag. Okay, so just to check whether you're invulnerable doesn't work. Because sometimes you get thrown... Actually, even while Mario's thrown backwards... Invulnerable? Okay, what the hell? Oh, it's because... Why is it? Why are they chasing Mario still? Deep Freak AI Epstein cell videos? I don't know what that is. Maybe we should instead make it so that once Mario gets thrown once, all of them go into a state where they stop chasing Mario. That's what we'll do. Let's see. What can we use for that? Elements thing. That's one. Actually, let's put it to 50. Actually, 25. And then... like so. So that way, whenever Mario is in one throw action, they all remember, hey, Mario just got thrown. Let's lay off him for a bit. This should work now. Now they will stop chasing you for around a second. Well, a thumbnail for a YouTube video costs around $5 on Fiverr. So if you make 300 of those, we're in business. For other people, not for me. I care too much about my videos to get a $5 thumbnail. Stroke is coming on. It's actually done. Fully finished. And I'm ready to release it. I am just waiting for an opportunity to release it. The problem is Nintendo hates stuff like that. When L'Oreal did their thing with Shotgun Mario, they got shut down. So I need to think of a way to package that without getting completely destroyed. I don't like that he was able to get off the thing. Yeah, if anyone has ideas on how to package that, I was thinking something like I turned Mario 64 into a first-person shooter. Like, that could be a decent title thumbnail approach. But I am not confident at all in that. That really does feel like flying close to the sun. Controlling the angle of your fall, definitely possible to add, wouldn't even be difficult. But I think that takes away some of the Mario 64 soul. Now the question, why was he able to get off the floor? I don't quite see a way that would be possible right now. Oh, I know where. Right here. Right? Yep. I'm doing go-tos, I don't care. Click the thumbnail, upload the image hosting site, upload a video with the bait thumbnail, and create the browser extension to replace the bait thumbnail with the real one on the client. I can't get all my YouTube viewers to download my extension before they decide whether to click the video or not. Okay, that actually works pretty well. That go-tos cost memory links with static memory on C. What is static memory? All actors used to be VH. Making all actors used to be VH is a lot cheaper, because, I mean, actors are going to be dense in certain situations, so they will reuse the same catch lines over and over, which is great. Hello, Bingus. So I think we got the Boobla infestation down. I think it looks nice now, and it plays kinda nice. Oh, it doesn't actually look nice when they come back up. That looks terrible. I hate that. Never mind. Memory on the stack? No, it doesn't extract memory. That's nonsense. If it did, that would be a compiler bug. But I know that the compiler I'm using doesn't have that bug. At least I've never seen that bug. If your stack memory ever leaked, holy shit, that would be a terrible issue. Nah, I would want to make a video about it, Sambo. I can definitely just release Darkwalls on the second channel, no problem. But I've made a whole fucking game. I want to get a video out of it. I think it works on Android, it's just that I personally do not care much about Android. And obviously I cannot fix the Android emulators. So there isn't much I can do realistically. Okay. Y offset is -12. We approach it slowly. Why are we popping in? It's 0 here, but that's fine. Ah, I actually don't see the pop in here in the code. That's weird. But it's a change position of the instruction matter within the same function, at least someone jumps to another function and then you manage to stack they're safe. Yeah. Do they even compile if you jump to a different function? Can the compiler handle something like that? That sounds a little crazy. There's a lot of wrong information about programming out there. Just remember the const conversation. Oh my god, remember the fucking Coding Jesus video about pirate software? And then there were like 5 other people that were like, this guy is actually stupid. That's the programming community, man. Every programmer thinks every other programmer is stupid. That's the world we live in. What emulators do I play on? I only test Luna's Project 64. I know that right now on Ares it does not work, which is a tragedy because Ares is the most accurate emulator. Unfortunately, it is inaccurate in its accuracies, which means it cares enough about some things to crash, but it's not good enough that it can boot up like the N64 can. This is an N64 now. It better boot. I love that you have to turn the N64 off and then on again all the time. Yeah, never mind. Apparently I can't boot it on N64 right now either. I don't even get to the crash game because my N64 won't turn on. Awesome. Yeah, it's an Ares only crash. I will let my sell your stuff on my shop if you do the... What? Why would I want your Etsy shop? What do I even have to sell? Do you want to sell my shrimp for me on your Etsy store? There's a little bit of original code left, mostly in Mars behavior, but we are attempting to go to 0% Nintendo code right now. Alright, show me your Etsy store. Let's take a look. This better be funny. Try -50 to see if... It honestly doesn't make any sense that they pop in like that. Oh, never mind. That's nice. So it was just that they were too low. Okay. Maybe my sense of coordinates is off a little bit. That's how you get the star. You think that's a fun star? To get the star, you first need to open Pandora's box, otherwise the ghosts aren't going to be here. So there's a little bit of prerequisite to it. So I think it works. You have to open this box here. And that spawns all the ghosts, but we still need to program the box. I think it will work on Everdrive, yes. It currently does not, but that's due to a bug that I'm pretty sure I can fix. Redundancy is undefined behavior, skip the initiation of the variable, however you can jump to another function. It's unbehaving if you skip the initiation of the variable. Skipping the initiation of a variable is always undefined behavior. What's it got to do with the goto? Huh? Got Mario Superstar on Etsy? Let's look this up. I can't find your store. Okay, so we have the Booblast done, but still, Pandora's box that opens from free attacks. There's a text, Booblast spawn animation. But palm trees are more fog. Well, this is after we save the area, so the fog is gone. Usually it has a lot more fog. But dead palm trees is a cool idea. How does a dead palm tree look like? Oh. Let's make one of those. CB has like stack memory. You think skipping the initialization of a variable to leak stack memory if it's what they go to? That would be crazy news to me, and I don't see how that would happen. I mean, that sounds like a compiler bug if that happens in C. If you do it in assembly, sure. In C? No, it doesn't. Ah. No, a dust trail is a good idea. Let's give them a dust trail. You are correct. Into variable name. Alright, let's make a dead palm tree. Do I talk to Crix? No. What would I have to talk about with Crix, I guess, is the question. I cannot tell you how to connect any controller to Parallel Launcher. My own controller doesn't even work on it. The issue? Well, the issue is likely with my game not initializing something. So this is not something I would bother Crix with. There's a rendering you're using right now that you were using when you first started. They've been updated a lot, of course, but it is still essentially the same program. Two dead palm trees and a Bubla Sentinel. This should give this area a little more oomph. Because you have not been using it, because no one buys things from you, but it's there, and you want it right now. Wait, so you want me to advertise your store that no one's buying anything from? So I can put my things on your store that no one's buying anything from? Instead of $1,500? Why would I want to put things on your store that no one's buying anything from? What's your value proposition here? These palm trees look cool as hell. Okay, I like the trail. I like the trail a lot. It's a cool trail. You buy a bunch of my thing. Well, I mean, if you wanna pay me in merch sales, you have to think about the profit margin. I think the profit margin is around 30%. So if instead of paying me $1,500, you wanna buy $4,500 of merch from my store, I'm okay with that too. Hello, Mipa. You don't think you can pay the big famous YouTube guy that you want something from in exposure? Crazy talk. Okay, with that, part 3 is mostly done. We just need part 4 then to finish the first Overworld until the first boss level. Biobag is reworking this level right now, by the way. I think this is the cap switch. Okay. Don't worry about that. Biobag is reworking that level right now. And motivation is the wrong word. I don't work on motivation. I just have a goal in mind and then I work optimally towards that goal. So this is the next area to do. This is gonna be a cool area. So that's the mirror from course 3, but the other side. Oh, okay. Slight problem there. That's not solid for some reason. Cool. It is marked as ignore collision, so why that was solid is a mystery to me. Oh, I see, it's not solid because there literally is a big hole here. That makes sense that that's not solid. Yeah, Mipa is right. If you can make a habit out of working, that's the easiest way to get a lot of work done. Let's see, what do we have for part 4? Backway Beach Cave. It requires the ice cap to go too. We have that. Leads back into part 1. Is a one-way movement. Yep, we have that. It's a big lighthouse you can enter and open course 5 with. We have that. Make the lighthouse play the Pirate Bay song by Mate if that song is still only in the Pirate Bay. Okay, I can do that. The mirror in the Rainbow Cave is one way. You can see through the mirror from this side and look into the level. We have that. The other light sources are the entrance, the exit, and the one-way mirror to Rainbow Grotto. We do not have that. That's definitely something Biobag will do, and not me though. But that will look very cool. There are no platforms you can only see by holding a glowing crystal. These lead to the star. Double the crystals across big platforms, you have to drop the crystal to make the jump. Build them some shortcuts. Okay. That was the plan here. You would be holding a glowing crystal, and that would make some platforms appear that are only solid while you're holding the crystal. Well, that would only 4 days to deadline. Well, you have 4 days to deadline, so just work. Like, okay, this is very simple. How do you get work done? You just work. Like, how is this not the most obvious thing any child can figure out? Super Mario Stars back? Yep. He's been here all stream. Oh my god, it's Lacrimosa. I love this song. This is the best Mozart song. The whole... What's the day? Dies Irae, Rex, something something, and Lacrimosa. That's banger. Dimensional's mask magnification glass? No, not quite. More like the Mario Galaxy thing. We're supposed to live to work. Who's doing the supposing? Didn't break though, don't want to burn out. I don't really know what burnout is. Like, what's even causing burnout? I think I need to know the answer to that first before I can verify the veracity of that statement. Holy crap, this guy is fucking annoying. He's been doing it for 2 streams. We need a mod in here. I think he has like 10 minutes of delay on the YouTube stream too. So that's why he's always replying so late to anything I say. Anyway, so we're gonna have these crystals, and you pick the crystal up, and that makes some platforms appear like in Mario Galaxy. The problem I see here is that the player might not make that connection easily. So the crystal must probably have like a big sphere of light around it. So we put a platform here, here, here. Maybe we can make the first crystal be kind of next to the platform, so the platform is half visible. This is Lacrimosa, but an Attack on Titan style is what it says. So I'm thinking first crystal here, second crystal on this, and third crystal on that. And then we can just have cool looking platforms that are only solid with that thing. Like the shade guy. Yes, actually. That's a good comparison, I think. I mean, I don't know, man. There's some items that are $60 and some that are $250. Depends on which items you want. Is this an actual thing you're considering? Like, what about this idea though? Very possible to do, especially since I have programmed jiggle physics for Mario's nose, but I'm not quite comfortable with that idea. What will it take for it to be? Probably like 100 if you buy something for $45. I don't know, have they not taught you division and multiplication yet? This scene looks like dog shit, I'll be honest. This scene is, it's before the Biobag rework. I haven't even really tried to make it look good. And this is not supposed to be a humble brag. I genuinely think this doesn't look very good yet. The scenes in the later levels are so much better. Or, well, in the levels, not even just the later levels. Look at any level in the game, it looks so much better than the Overworld. Look at the zoo, for example. Beautiful. What am I saying? It's gorgeous. Okay, maybe I can find a level that doesn't crash. Hey! Yeah, I think these scenes look so much nicer. There's a little bit of a render bug right there with the green edge, but without that render bug this would look great. And then the way the wind blows through here. Oh my god, the moon, the way the clouds go in. Or the ship. Do you see the teeth on the ship? How fucking cool is that? I love this level. Unlimited FPS is fast forward. Right, I forgot I broke doors. What is no floor during render? That means that there's an actor that spawned, but it didn't spawn above floor. This, okay, up until like a few days ago I made it so that if there's no floor, it just doesn't render a shadow. Now I made it so that it crashes if there's no floor, so I can find all the missing floors. That's why quite a few levels crash right now, because there's a lot of objects that spawn above, not floor. Be happy to have stuff looked on par with less always. Oh, I'm sure you can get there. I am a fast learner, and I have the IQ to pick up most skills, but I have zero talent for art. What you see here right now is just someone who's learned it a lot, and not someone who has any skill for it, like, naturally. I'm assuming you are an artsy person, so I'm assuming you can do something much better if you actually keep at it and try to make something good. Chris, like, that sounds like a good idea, but it's a lot of work to implement. I mean, it's possible. If we really wanted like 1000% polish, yeah, we should do that. Any Donkey Kong Country reference from a lore perspective of Donkey Islands? No. I don't know that game. I can't put any references unless it's an accident. What is art? Checkmate. Wrong. I think programming is much closer to like brick building or something than it is to making art. Talent is nonsense, you're just not taking it seriously enough. I don't know. I know people that are better at the art part of 3D modeling without taking it as serious as I am. I don't think talent is nonsense. That seems made up. It's a lot of time invested. I believe everyone has a ceiling or like a learning curve, and the learning curve is different for everyone. And for some people the learning curve is just so much faster, and that's what I call talent. I did. Do you play Melee? I used to play Melee. I was pretty fucking good at Melee. By feeling an inherent ability conductive to the task and the proclivity to enjoy the task. Yes, that is literally exactly what I mean. Are there ways to learn stuff faster? Does this mean one can learn talent? No, of course. People learn to learn, and that makes you move along the curve faster. That's separate. Saying that there's just one curve, of course, is a simplification. What's your main? Marv. I wanted to be a fox, but I do not have the hands for a fox. See, my demand of myself was that I was able to 100% perfectly execute every tech, and I figured with fox I'd never get there, so I was like, I need to play Marth if I can't play fox. Their mindset help learn faster, of course. Yes, that is part of learning to learn. And there's one part which is just able to recognize patterns and be able to implement things practically faster. No, I'm very good at that part. Think about music, for example. So, there's a crazy thing about Xena. She is able, for no reason at all like 151 first Pokemon cries, you play one to her, she just knows which one it is. And this is the first 151 Pokemon where the cries all basically sound the same. That's like a talent for music that she didn't practice it, she just has that, right? And that's gonna help her with music, for example. And I just do not have that. And I'm sure similar things like that exist for art as well. Community will work in coding, but also for art. We need proof of that. That would be a fun stream. Did you guys know that I used to be able to give you the numbers for all 151 Pokemon? Like, if you just asked me, I would just tell you which number it is. Where does this idea that talent doesn't exist come from? Like, people like to just assert that, but why? Is it because we want to live in a world where everyone is capable of every task, where everyone can reach their dreams? Is that it? Talent is a social construct. Yeah. Oh yeah, just me with programming. Obviously I have a talent for programming. I was literally able to just program. I never had to learn it. Like, there was no learning curve. It just worked. Isn't that like... Like, you can't just say that someone moved along the learning curve faster in that sense. You can't just say talent doesn't exist there. You're saying talent completely disregards the time. There is a lot of people that look at someone being extremely good at something and then they say you're so talented at this. Which, yes, that is annoying, because they are like implying, oh, you didn't actually work hard for this, you were just able to do this. Right? Obviously that's not what I am saying. But then you're having the wrong beef here. You're beefing with people that claim that people that are good at things didn't work hard on the things. You're not beefing with the idea that talent exists. Being able to do anything, it's about wanting to do something not only yourself to your talent or your skill team, instead reaching for greater heights. So you are arguing against the existence of talent because you are worried that there are people that will say, well, it's just not within my talent, so I'm not even gonna try to become the best that I can be at that thing. You are against the idea of talent because it can be used as a cop-out. I mean, that makes sense too, but that's also not beefing with the idea of talent, right? It's beefing with people doing cheap cop-outs. I'm going goodbye and I will get the item. You will get $4,500 worth of items from my shop? How are you gonna do that? Please do not commit credit card fraud. Do you think speedrunning is talent or hard work or no life or both? Both. Most people can become decent at speedrunning with hard work, but then there's people like Green Suichi, I think it was his name, who's just so fucking good that even all the other hardworking people cannot catch up to him. Right? Like, he's probably worked hard and has a lot of talent for it. You can see the idea of talent because of eugenics. Yeah, but you can't reject an idea because you don't like the practical implications of that idea, right? That's also being irrational. I can't tell if this is a good crystal or a terrible crystal. What do you think? Did I do it decently or not? Well, that's the thing people say, right? Hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work out or something. Well, that mentality is dependent on the situation, you know? If you're trying to save someone's life, I think it's pretty healthy to say, well, I'm not good at giving CPR. In fact, I have never seen anyone do it and I don't know how it works, so I'll let other people do it. Or in my sense, I'm not that great at art, so I'll let BioBack polish my levels so we can get a better final game, and I can instead spend my time, you know, making the game play better, program better, design better. I think that's a pretty healthy approach. There's only so much time I have. It's not like I use the time I gain from letting someone else help me with my work to jerk off in a corner. You get 300 items now? What? Guys, if this person actually buys 300 items off of my Etsy store or my merch store, that will be crazy. I will actually have to program his fight then, if he doesn't commit credit card fraud. Yeah, mindset is a completely different thing. See, with any skill I learn, I always start out with the mindset like I am an amazing person. Like, people would love to be me. Of course, I can become the best at this. And I still think that for basically any task I try. But sometimes it just makes sense to use to give other people the task. Because it saves you time. They're bad at it. Why not? DPR does have a stated 70% buff on survivability. That's crazy. Oh, it's not something I tell myself. It's something I actually just believe. I am crazy like that. Tested this with grit. Grit was significantly less salient than IQ. Base motivation doesn't matter. Do you think it does? Oh, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but that sounds reasonable. I will not be bigger than I shall speed now. I think I sit around during the off-season, but no, they practice during the off-season, that's why they're pro. Yeah. Do people actually think that? That's a crazy belief, if true. This crystal seems extremely small. Nice, Kim David. Mileage for the tip may vary. It works for me, but might not work for everyone. I forgot to export a level. I think of the idea nowadays that AA devs are not just in the game and just doing the DLS if it's not ray tracing and people just buy more powerful PCs. It's true. We have been trading development time for hardware costs. This is just a cheaper way of development, I think. I mean, it's a simple, you know, pro versus con decision. You watch sports but don't play like that. I never understood the mindset behind watching sports. Unless I'm like betting on a sport, I don't see how I could ever give a shit about who wins a sport event. Okay. It's a little small, but it mostly works. Definitely need to give it a big shine. Maybe scale it up by 1.5. Alright, fellas, I'm feeling pretty done for today. I'll probably stream again tomorrow, and we will start working on the secret crystal. And once we have the secret crystal done, the first overworld part will be mostly done. Or the first 4 parts, which is up until the first Bowser. After that, we are going to fix the crystal, the ice cap level. We're going to fix the first Bowser level. And then I'm gonna try to get a beta test done for the first 5 levels. So we will get, for the first time, a proper insight on how our whole game design philosophy works for the overworld. And based on that, we might have to course correct, or we get the, yep, this is amazing, do more of it. But yeah, until then,